Hello YouTube. So I've been away for a while. I haven't had a charger for my battery. But I'm back here, and I'm back with a video on a solid fuel Rayburn. We call them a range cooker. I've had this for 3.5 years sitting in the garage waiting for it to be installed, and basically it was cost that was making me hold off for so long. But to give you a history on this, my wife used to look after an elderly woman up the top of the village, and she got too old to have a solid fuel range, so she got an oil fired range installed. And when she did that, we asked her, could we buy this one? And after a week or so of thought, she turned around and said, hey, you know what, you can just have it. So that was 4 years ago, and we've had it in storage in our garage ever since. For anybody that doesn't recognise these or has never seen one before, this is a Rayburn. As far as I know, it's a heat ranger model. It's a solid fuel range cooker, as I said. And just to give you a rundown on what's involved in this, if you don't know, you have a firebox in here ready to go. This is your ash box. This is your draft down here. This is your main oven. The temperature gauge here gives you an indication of the temperature inside in the oven, but we also use it as a good guide to the overall heat of the range when you're trying to get your central heating right. So that's your main oven, and this is a smaller oven. It's more or less just a heating oven. It normally runs at about 1/4 of the temperature of your main oven. Up on top then we have a hob. This is the hot side, this is the cooler side, this is what we call the simmering side. But the whole top of this gets very, very hot when you're when you have it all fired up. Over here we have your damper, and this also is an extra draft. Creates an extra draft for your chimney. This is the inside section of the chimney, which is a 1/2 meter section of steel pipe with a 90-degree through the wall. Now we just broke through here. The reason that we didn't have a chimney to fit this into. You also have either a plate warming rack or a sock rack, whatever you want to call it. We dry a lot of clothes on it. And at the back in here you have your boiler. Now this range here it cooks, it provides hot water, and it also runs the central heating. Now this one, when it came out of the house that we got, it was running 12 radiators. Here I have it down to about 9. This is the thermostat. This kicks in at about 40 degrees at the moment. Normally I have it around 50. And what it does is it switches on the circulating pump for the hot water system. So once the water temperature in here reaches around 50 degrees, this sends a signal to the pump, which starts it running, which starts circulating water through the radiators. And I think that's about it on that one. Oh, as regards the installation, I was looking on YouTube, and there's very little information regarding the installation of these. Now, when we first got this, we had a guy in, and he was quoting us. He was talking, over €1,000 to install this, on top of the oil heating system that we had at that time. And we kind of wanted a dual system here, in case things went wrong. But what he was talking about was running hot water pipes straight up the wall over there. Sorry about the kitchen here at the moment. We're in the middle of trying to remodel it because of the installation of this. But he was talking about running pipes up the wall over to here and up, bursting holes through the ceiling to get into the hot water cylinder, which was crazy, And also on top of that, he wanted us to install what they call a dual coil cylinder. But it just so happens we came across another plumber guy, and when I was talking to him, he said, no. He says, I'll do that for you. So he ran these pipes off this straight through the wall and straight into the oil system. Now he was going to bring it in on top of the oil system, but the more we thought about it, we said, you know what, just take the oil system out. It's just getting too expensive. You have to buy it in bulk, and it just wasn't for us really. The good thing about these is, you know, if you're short on money and you have no money, you can break up some wood, you can get your hands on some wood, you can cook, you can heat the whole house, you have plenty of hot water for next to nothing, you know. Can't do that with oil. So that's basically installation. Like I said, there was no videos on YouTube that I could see, you know, information wise as regards installing these yourself. So that's what I'm telling you. You can run these straight into your oil system. It's your flow and return. Get them going, get a thermostat and your pump, and you're set, you're ready to go. The only other thing then is the chimney, and I will show you that now. Like I said, this is your smoke box. Your fire is in here. Once it's lit, the smoke rises all across the plate. The heat runs across the top of this warming surface into your smoke box, up through this and out. Now you can just run a 90 degree off this through the wall, but we decided to put in the half-meter pipe to throw extra heat back into the kitchen. So I'm just going to show you the exterior part of the flue system. Before I show you the installed flue, I thought I'd show you a section of it. This is a 1 meter section of 5-inch twin wall flue. As you can see, it goes together with both male and female socket. So that's one end. And this is the other. This is where you can see the insulation that's involved. And the reason you need this on an exterior wall is because as the smoke is rising on a normal single walled flue system, it will cool down. Heat rises, as you know, so then you will not get a good draw. It will back up into your range and eventually cause problems. So like I say, this slots together with some high heat mortar or heat resilient silicone or something like that, band clipped together here on the socket, and then it's clamped to the wall. So I'm just going to show you the installed flue now. So here we go. This is where it comes out of the wall. So we have a 1 meter section of stainless clamped onto a T-piece, which has both an inspection and a cleaning nozzle here. But this whole section can be removed for cleaning. Now as that comes out, it starts to rise for clamps, 1 meter sections, all the way up the house to 2 sections which form another 90 to get me over the eaves. Straight on up into another meter section, and then the cowl on top. And it's very easy to install. You shouldn't be afraid of doing this yourself. These things can go for up to €1,200. I happened to get a guy that was selling this off for about 6, and I installed it myself. Just broke through the wall, installed it, clipped it, high heat mortar, and that's it. And some people charge you a fortune to do that. Take it on yourselves, guys, and just get it done. Take it.